Okay, medyo may background noise pero clear ba ang aking boses? Pakinig naman.
Yes po, ma'am.
Okay. So our next topic is this air cycle refrigeration system. So unlike dun sa ating previous topic, karon pa tayo ng separate three topics. So this one isa lang siya for this week. So we only have two problem set for this air cycle refrigeration system, which is already included in this lecture. So I already uploaded this lecture last Friday. So nandun din sa last slide yung magiging problem set part 4 for this air cycle refrigeration system. Okay, pataas naman ako ng kamay so that alam kong andito na kayo para mag-start tayo. Hello? Okay, hands down. Okay, thank you. Okay. Hello, okay ba aking audio?
Yes po, ma'am. Minsan po yung
Hindi
medyo
naman
choppy lang po.
nagpuputol-putol.
Nagcha-choppy po, ma'am.
Okay, so pataas na lang ako ng kamay para... Okay, wait lang. Okay, hello. Okay na ba ang aking audio? Clear na ba? Hello?
Yes po, ma'am.
Okay. So about dun sa iba, clear na ba? Pa-thumbs up naman ako. Okay. So our next topic is about this air cycle refrigeration system. But before we start, I shared a summary of discussion that we had dun sa mga questions regarding design project. So this one is regarding our video presentation that you will prepare before kayo mag-present next week. So it should be, or it should last you should maximize 15 to 20 minutes time for your video presentation. So make sure na nasa pagitan lang nun. Hindi bababa ng 15, di rin naman tataas ng 20 minutes. Okay? So as per your video presentation, Gmeet, pwede kayong gumamit ng recording sa Gmeet. Or yung Gmeet mismo yung i-record ninyo. You can also use other video editing tools for your video presentation. And for question and answer, kung gaano siya tatagal, it can last 10 to 15 minutes, but if ever na medyo kailangan pang malinawan regarding your presentation, ibig sabihin mas tatagal pa doon. Okay, so for presentation, you have to the first two groups should prepare first, and then yun na lang, papasok na yung kung sino kasunod na group. Ako, yung magiging panel, then soft copy lang yung design project, di na magpapasa ng hard copy. And then in case na hindi tayo umabot ng week 16 and 17 para makapag-present lahat ng group, we can use other time, pero after na ng final exam. So hindi tayo sasabay sa final exam ng design presentation, pero meron tayong final exam. So para hindi kayo maabala sa exam, gagawin natin siya after na. So wala naman na kayong need i-prepare during final exam, kundi mag-exam kayo. And for your video presentation naman is prepared na naman na yun. Okay? And if ever na mapasabay man siya para matapos din tayo, hindi naman yon tatagal ng sobrang tagal. So you just have to prepare for your presentation. Kasi recorded naman na yon. So questions na lang. Hindi din naman siya tatagal ng isang oras. So siguro mga 30 minutes lang siya per group. Okay? And regarding naman sa problem set, we'll discuss it later after our discussion itong topic natin today. Okay, so yan. Okay lang ba yung kahit may background noise? Di naman siya nakaka-affect. Naririnig naman ako,
Hindi naman po rinig yung background noise, ma'am.
Okay, wala ba kayong naririnig na background noise?
Wala po ako, di ko lang po sure sa iba.
Wala rin po, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So medyo maingay kasi dito kasi di pa pakinig yung nagbibidyo, okay? Wala kayong naririnig?
Wala po, ma'am.
Okay. Di pala siya pakinig. Ayun, buti naman. Kasi, di ba asynchronous dapat tayo? Pero at least para matapos natin yung topic natin this week, di ko na lang siya in-asynchronous. Kasi hindi rin ako nakapag-prepare ng video. So para at least if ever na meron kayong questions, matanong nyo din. And then kami ay nasa bahay din. Kasi may problema ata school, internet. No? Or baka nagtitipid sila ng kuryente. Baka, ewan ko lang din. So, ayun. Sayang naman yung renta ng video okay namin kung hindi namin patutugtugin, no? So, buti na lang di pakinig. Okay, pa-thumbs up naman kung clear. Okay. So, for this air cycle refrigeration system, meron tayong 4 components pa din, but syempre, this is for air. Refrigerant natin is air. So, meaning, hindi tayo pwedeng gumamit ng heat exchanger like evaporator tsaka yung ating condenser. Kasi, wala namang phase change na mangyayari pag air yung ating refrigerant. So, we're going to replace it with refrigerator mismo and air cooler. So this is both heat exchanger, but sensible heating and cooling naman siya. Sensible meaning tumataas yung temperature. There is a change in temperature with a change in temperature. So kung cooling, mas bababa ang temperature, syempre pag adding heat, so mas tataas. So which is clearly seen naman sa ating TS diagram. So process 4 to 1 natin, so process 4 to 1 natin is the refrigerator na yung tawag natin, where our added heat from our refrigerated load is being added or absorbed by this refrigerator. So that is process 4 to 1. So tumaas yung temperature natin from 4 to 1. So same process naman yung ating compressor. We have isentropic or polytropic process. Depende kung anong process ng compression natin, process 1 to 2. So for 2 to 3 naman natin, kung sa vapor compression cycle, we have condenser. So kino-condense niya or nagkakaroon ng phase change. So dito, bumababa yung temperature naman natin through sensible cooling in our air cooler. So process 3 to 4 naman, instead of using expansion valve, we will be using expander or turbine. Expansion engine or turbine. So meaning we have work output, and as you can see, it was connected dun sa ating compressor. So meaning the work output dun sa ating expander is used to run our compressor para konti na lang yung magiging work input natin dun sa compressor natin. Okay, so actually this was already discussed, yung paggamit ng expansion engine dun sa isang modification ng ating Carnot cycle. But in terms of the standard vapor compression cycle, di siya feasible kasi mahal yung, meron tayong dalawang reason. So hindi feasible yung paggamit ng expansion engine. But for this air cycle refrigeration system, yan, feasible siya or nagagamit siya. Okay? So next naman natin slide is the air cycle refrigeration system is the only air cooling process developed for wide commercial application in which a gaseous refrigerated is used throughout the cycle. So again, wala tayong phase change kasi again, yung refrigerant natin is air. So in terms of components and operation, di lang siya nakalagay dito sa mismong diagram natin, but you can write it on your notes. Compression is accomplished by a reciprocating or centrifugal compressor as in the vapor compression cycle. But in terms of condensation and evaporation, it is replaced by a sensible cooling and heating of the gas. Kasi yung ginagamit natin for standard vapor compression, because there is a phase change, so ginagamit natin ay latent heat. For this one, sensible cooling and sensible heating. So meaning, we can clearly see a difference in temperature with cooling and heating naman. So an air cooler is used in place of a condenser. So again, condenser doon pinapababa yung temperature. So in this case, we'll be using air cooler para mapababa natin yung temperature ng air. And then after compression yon, and then we are going to use refrigerator in place of our evaporator. And for the expansion valve naman, we're going to use expansion engine or turbine. Okay? So the air cycle system is ideally suited for use in aircraft because it is light in weight and requires less space than the vapor compression cycle. So one disadvantage of the air cycle is that it is not as efficient as the vapor compression cycle. So air cycle refrigeration may be designed and operated either as an open or closed system. So when I say closed or dense air system, yung air refrigerant natin is contained within the piping or component parts of the system that at all times, and with the refrigerator usually maintained at pressures above atmospheric level. While in open system, the refrigerator is replaced by the actual space to be cooled with the air expanded to atmospheric pressure, circulated through the cold room, and then compressed to the cooler pressure. So such a system is inherently limited to operation at atmospheric pressure in the refrigerator. So again, yung ating system components, kailangan yung tandaan kasi para aware kayo kung ano ba yung nangyayaring process doon sa cycle na yon. So for our air cycle refrigeration system, so we have here process 1 to 2 again in our compressor. So we have isentropic compression. Depende din, kasi minsan polytropic compression yung given doon. But in this case, we have isentropic compression. So for 2 to 3, we have constant pressure rejection of heat. This is where air cooler is. So from our 3 to 4, this is isentropic expansion where our expansion engine is. And then 4 to 1 naman natin is the refrigerator where our refrigerating effect takes place. So dito na-add yung ating refrigerating load. Okay? So we have its corresponding TS diagram then, which we can clearly see the constant entropy process 1 to 2 and constant entropy 3 to 4. Okay, so since our refrigerant is air, so therefore we have to consider ideal gas equation to solve unknown values, unlike for standard vapor compression cycle we are using tables and graphs or charts. So in this, we will not use any tables or charts for this. You should have to memorize the value of specific heat at constant pressure of air and also the gas constant of air to get different properties, and you will use ideal gas equation. May nagre-record ba ng call na to? Ng GMIT na to? Sa section na to? Ayun, okay. Sige. So next naman natin is the analysis of air refrigeration cycle. So this is analysis per component na. So start natin sa ating refrigerator, we have constant pressure addition of heat. So in order for us to get heat, pag constant pressure, we'll use MCP delta T. So again, MCP delta T yung gagamitin natin since this is process 4 to 1. So change in temperature, MCP times the change in temperature. So make sure that you used a specific heat of air, which is 1.0062 kilojoule per kilogram Kelvin. So next naman natin also heat exchanger, which is cooler. So this is where heat is being rejected or pinapalabig niya, or pinapababa niya yung temperature ng air natin after compression. So that is MCP delta T. But take note, yung temperature natin is change in temperature dun sa ating heat exchanger na air cooler. So T3 minus T2. So you also have to take note the units, So this in M natin is kilogram per second. CP natin is kilojoule per kilogram Kelvin. Nandito naman siya sa taas. And temperature, take note that temperature should be in absolute temperature. In this case kasi it is not that different, kung Kelvin or in degrees Celsius. But in terms of using this magkakaroon na ng difference sa sagot. So make sure na palaging i-absolute ninyo yung temperature para di kayo malilito. So once given ang temperature, i-add na agad ang 273.15 to make it Kelvin and 460 naman kapag ka to Rankine, Fahrenheit to Rankine. And then compressor naman natin and expansion valve. So you're all aware naman dito sa ating process or dito sa ating component ay formulas for expansion process, isentropic and polytropic expansion process. You should have to memorize this one. So baka nalilito bakit yung nagkabaliktad, K over K minus 1, naging 1 minus K or 1 over N. So makikita natin dito yung direction ng flow. If it is negative or positive yung magiging sagot ninyo. So ano ba yung ating sign convention if yung work natin is input sa system? Sa thermo, ano yung ating sign convention kapag work is input or added sa system? So meaning ina-add siya sa system. Magkaiba kasing sign convention ng input at output ng work at saka ng heat. Pag ang heat is being added to the system, that is positive. Pag ang heat is lost in the system, that is negative. Like this one, yung heat added natin through refrigerating effect, that is positive. But kung negative siya, ibig sabihin heat loss siya. So negative yung heat natin at the air cooler. But in terms of work input and output, that one is reverse, baliktad. Pag work input, yun yung negative, and pag work output, yun yung ating positive. Okay? But again, ito naman is same lang, yung makukuha na numerical value, pero yung sign convention lang na outside or inside output or input sa system yung magiging difference. But again, wala namang magiging problema doon. And in terms of calculation of any temperature part dito sa ating air cooler, since we'll be using air as our refrigerant, then you can use ideal gas equation, which is PV is equal to MRT to get other properties. But you have to take note on what temperature, pressure, volume to be considered and replaced doon sa equation kasi baka magkamali kayo. So kung ang kinukuha yung properties sa state point 1, ay di sa state point 1 lang kayo titingin ng lahat pag magsasubstitute kayo sa ideal gas equation. Kung sa state point 2 lang, ay dito lang, maging P2, V2 is equal to MRT2. Pag 3 naman, edi P3, V3 is equal to MRT3. Pag 4 naman, di P4, V4 is equal to MRT4. Okay? So in terms of getting other temperature, pag gagamit kayo ng equation, since we have isentropic compression, we'll be using this equation to K, ito naman is for polytropic naman, but this one is the same. So take note, this is P2 over P1, nagdoble lang, and then this one is P4 over P3. So you have to take note also what processes takes place at each process. Process 1 to 2 natin is isentropic compression. So dito yon. 2 to 3 is constant pressure, rejection of heat. 3 to 4 is isentropic expansion. 4 to 1 is constant pressure, addition of heat. So for compressor and expander, so parehas lang yung formulas na gagawin dito nyo dyan. But yon, you have to take note what pressure and temperature should be substituted. So for network, you have to disregard the sign convention na makukuha nyo for expansion engine and compressor. So positive value lang isa-substitute nyo dito to get network. And for coefficient of performance or COP, refrigerating effect naman, which is again Q added dito sa ating refrigerator, and work natin na isa-substitute ninyo should be network. So as I have mentioned earlier, yung work output natin, yung output na work natin sa expander should be used or will be used dito to run the compressor. So meaning network natin is compressor work minus expander work. Okay? So clear ba tayo dito? Pataas naman ako ng kamay kung clear tayo dito.
Ano po yung... Ay, okay na po pala.
Ano yun? Okay, pataas naman ako ng kamay kung clear tayo dito. So again, make sure na memorize to kasi hindi to kasama yung mga na to. Since ito naman is napag-aralan nyo na Thermo 1 pa lang for isentropic process. So I hope na make sure na mas nyo. Kasi dito, wala na kayong hahanapin na value sa table. So kung ano talaga yung nandoon sa nasagot, walang kahit anong tolerance na ibibigay. So make sure tama yung pagkakasubstitute ng ating values, which include CP. Since dito pala, meron tayong replacement na instead of using P1V1, you can use MTR1 kasi equal naman siya. P1V1 is equal to MRT. So, meaning, ito ay baliktad, no? MRT1. Okay? Kagaya nito, MRT3. Okay? So, dito, pwede kayong gumamit ng gas constant sa halip na kuhanin nyo pa yung volume kung hindi naman siya tinatanong sa problem. But mostly, tinatanong yung volume displaced, kaya kukunin nyo din yan. But if you wanted to substitute it na directly, you can use this MRT1 and R that you will use is, ano bang gas constant ng air? So, nakakaalala. Sinong nakakaalala ng ating gas constant ng air? For air gas constant, that is 0.287 kilojoule per kilogram. Pasulat na lang ako kasi gagamitin nyo yan sa calculation. So, R is 0.287 kilojoule per kilogram. So, try to solve this first problem. Can you please read this, Bea Joy? Kasi nakataas na ikaw ng kamay. May question ba ikaw? Bea?
Ay, wala ko.
Okay. Pero yun, pabasa lang ako ng problem na to.
An air refrigeration system operating on a closed cycle is required to produce 50 kilowatts of refrigeration with a cooler pressure of 1,550 kilopascal and a refrigerator pressure of 448 kilopascal. Living air temperatures are 25 degrees Celsius for cooler and 5 degrees Celsius for refrigerator. Assuming a theoretical cycle with isentropic compression and expansion, no clearance and no losses, determine A, the mass flow rate, B, the compressor displacement, C, the expander displacement, and D, the COP.
Okay. So, ato, nagkamali lang nilagay sa P2. This is 1,550. Pa-sure na lang na yun ang masasubstitute ninyo. Again, yung P2 natin is 15550, which is, dito naman siya sa PV diagram. So, we have 50 kilowatt refrigerating effect with a cooler pressure of 1,550. Yung cooler natin, yung air cooler at process 2 to 3. And a refrigerator pressure 448. So, ito naman yung nasa baba. So, living air temperature are 25 for cooler. So, meaning T3 yun kasi living air cooler. So, outlet yun, which is T3. So, 25. And then 5 degrees naman outlet ng refrigerator, which is a state point 1. So, again, don't forget to convert it into absolute temperature para hindi kayo magkakamali dun sa inyong solution. Okay? So, you can use yung ating mga formulas kanina to solve this problem. So, I'll give you 25 minutes to solve this problem. And once you have answer, kindly take a picture of your answer and then share it into our group chat. Clear ba tayo doon? So, take note,
Yes,
wala
ma'am.
na, assume natin theoretical cycle with isentropic compression and expansion. So, wala tayong clearance na binigay, walang losses. Okay? So, again, I'll give you 25 minutes to solve this problem and then we'll discuss this at exactly 12:30. No. So, again, kapag katapos ninyo magsagot, picturean then send sa GC. Kahit hindi pa aabot ng 12:30, okay? Okay, hello. Again. Okay, so we have here answer from Rainiel. So about dun sa iba.
Letter D na lang po.
Okay. So we have here answer from Rainiel and Ken. So pares naman siyang tama. Okay, so pa-discuss na lang ako ng sagot. Ken Garcia. Ang
Yes po, ma'am.
present ko na lang dito ay yung yan, etong sagot na to. Okay. So bali ang difference lang dito is yung gumamit dapat tayo ng 273.15 kasi yun yung required sa ating gamitin. So pa-discuss naman ako nito, Ken. Thank you.
Sa una po, ang requirement po is yung hanapin po yung mass flow rate po. And sa pagkuha po ng mass flow rate, gamit po yung formula po na binigay niyo po, ma'am. Kailangan po natin makuha yung temperature po sa state point 1 po. And una po, ang step ay kinuha po muna natin yung temperature sa state point 2 po. And gagamitin po natin yung relationship ng temperature and pressure po sa pagkuha po ng temperature at state point 2. And yun po yung T1 times P2 over P1 raised to K minus 1 over K po. Substituting the values po, we get that the temperature at state point 2 is equal to 396.5467571 Kelvin. Sunod naman po is yung temperature at state point po. Using the same concept, in substituting the values of 278 times 448, 278.15 times 448 over 1,550 raised to 1.4 minus 1 over 1.4, we can get that the temperature at state point 4 is 209.131511 K. With that po, we have a one equation for the mass flow rate and one unknown, which is the mass flow rate. So we can get the value of the mass flow rate, which is substituting the values of 1.0062 times quantity 50 over 1.0062 times 278.15 minus 209.131511 Kelvin. We can get that the mass flow rate of the system is equal to 0.7199796877 kilogram per second. Now that we have the mass flow rate of the system, we can now proceed to the second requirement of the problem, which is the compressor piston displacement without clearance. Using the PV-MRT equation, we can obtain the answer for this. We have here the equation up for the volume, which is MRT over P1. Substituting the values, we can get that the compressor piston displacement will be equal to V is equal to 0.12829300681 cubic meter per second. For the expander, proceeding to the next requirement of the problem, the expander piston displacement without clearance, we use the same equation, and substituting the values, we can obtain that the expansion piston displacement is equal to 0.0964591811 cubic meter per second. Now, the problem requires us to determine the coefficient of performance of the system. With this, we will be needing the work of the compressor and the work of the expansion to get the network of the system. Yung to get the work of the compressor, we will use the equation given, which is K times mass flow rate times R times T1 over 1 minus K, which will be multiplying to P2 over P1 raised to K minus 1 over K minus 1. Substituting the values, we can get that the work of the compressor is equal to negative 85.62685,486. The negative value only means that the compressor is giving power to the system, which means it is negative based on the discussion earlier. It does not mean that it will not affect the computation for the network. For the work of the expansion, we will use the same formula, and substituting the values, we can obtain that the work for the compression, the expansion is 64.37991566 kilowatts. Now, determining the network of the system, we just subtract the value of the work of the compressor to the subtract the value of the work of the expansion to the work of the compressor. We will obtain that the network is 21.2469392 kilowatts. Now we can determine the coefficient of performance of the system, which is equal to 50 over network, which will be equal to 2.353280137. Thank you po.
Okay, so thank you, Ken. Pataas naman ako ng kamay kung sino may same answer dito. Hello? Pataas
Ma'am, medyo
naman
choppy
ako ng kamay kung sino may same na answer dito. Okay, hello? Okay na bang aking audio?
Tunig na po.
Okay, clear na ba? Pataas naman ako ng kamay kung clear na at naririnig ako. Okay, so let us continue. So for this problem number 2, we have a 35 kilowatt refrigeration load is to be carried by an air refrigerating system with a discharge pressure of 1,370 kPa and the refrigerator pressure of 345 kPa. Okay, so we have compression and expansion process. Both processes are polytropic with N is equal to 1.37. The pressure at the start of expansion, so that is at state point 3. Kasi expansion process is 3 to 4. So start of expansion is state point 3 is 1,344 kPa and the temperature is 32 degrees Celsius. So air temperature leaving the refrigerator is 0 degrees Celsius. So kung mapapansin nyo, meron tayong state point 5 kasi iba yung temperature ng pagkalabas ng ating refrigerator bago pumasok ng compressor, naging 5 degrees Celsius siya. So there is an increase of 5 degrees from process 5 to 1, pero yung refrigerator natin is only process 4 to 5. So that is the process that you should consider in computing kapag it involves refrigerator. So clearance for both compressor and expander is 5%. So we need to determine the piston displacement of the compressor and expander, the network, and the COP. Okay. So we have here its corresponding PV diagram showing state point 1, 2. So sabi sa problem natin, bago siya pumasok ng ating expansion valve, 1,344 kPa na yung pressure niya with a temperature of 305 Kelvin. Or 32 degrees Celsius. So, after naman lumabas ng ating refrigerator, we have 0 and bago pumasok ng compressor, we have 5 degrees. So, you also have to consider that temperature difference in terms of the refrigerator and the compressor. So, bago pumasok ng compressor, temperature natin is naging 5 degrees na. So, pagkalabas ng refrigerator natin, 0. So, for us to get other temperature, kasi meron tayong given na T1, T3, and T5. So let us get T2 and T4 using the formula. So T2 can be get from process 1 to 2 kasi isentropic process yon. So yun yung titingnan natin. Again, hindi tayo pwedeng tumingin sa 2 to 3 kasi ang gamit nating equation is for isentropic process. So therefore, ang gagamitin natin is 1 and 2. So then substituting the value, we have polytropic process. Nakuha natin T2 is 403.5 Kelvin. And then for our T4 is 211. So again, make sure to convert your temperature into absolute before substituting sagot kung hindi nyo siya Kelvin or Rankine. Okay? So for you to get naman mass, kasi gagamitin natin siya sa pagguha ng piston displacement. So kunin muna natin yung mass, MCP delta T. Since ang ating refrigerator is process 4 to 5, so we have to substitute 4 and 5 temperatures sa ating formula. Then mass na makukuha natin is 0.564 kilogram per second. And the next one, for compressor, we need to consider its sa ating pagkuha ng displacement volume. So we need to consider the clearance volume, which is 5%. So therefore, substituting it to our formula, again, process 1 to 2 yung compressor natin. So that is the pressure that you should substitute to get the volumetric efficiency. So you'll get 91 or 0.9132 for volumetric efficiency at the compressor. And then you will also get volume flow rate at V1 using P1 V1 is equal to MRT1. Then you'll get 0.130 cubic meter per second for V1. So for you to get naman yung volume displaced, VD is equal to V1 over the volumetric efficiency, or based from the formula of our volumetric efficiency, which is equal to V1 over Vd. So nagkaroon lang tayo ng cross multiplication para makuha natin yung piston displacement, V1 over V1 over the volumetric efficiency. So volume displaced natin is 0.142 cubic meter per second. So this is at the compressor. So about the volume displacement naman sa ating expander. So take note, magkaiba yung volumetric efficiency natin ng compressor at expander since iba yung pressure involved doon sa ating expansion process. So pressure involved in our expansion process is 1344 kPa and 345. Pero if ever na hindi nagbago yung pressure, magiging same lang naman. But in this case, magkaiba. So substitute lang natin yung P3 over P4, then we'll get 0.9151 for our volumetric efficiency at the expander. So we also have to get the volume for, kasi yun yung volume 4. Kasi bakit volume 4 yung kukunin natin? Expansion process, so makukuha pa natin yung volume at state point 4 para makuha natin yung displacement volume. Okay? So ito yung kukunin natin. So to get volume 4, gagamitin natin is PV is equal to MRT4, and then we'll get 0.099 cubic meter per second. So to get our piston displacement, we'll use B4 over VD. But volumetric efficiency, again, is equal to V4 over volume displaced. So cross multiply natin, so magiging volume displaced is equal to V4 over the volumetric efficiency daw. So piston displacement for expander natin, we'll get 0.108 cubic meter per second. Okay? Pataas naman ako ng kamay kung clear tayo dun sa part na yon. Pataas naman ako ng kamay. Okay. So both next natin, the nut work. So we'll get work of the compressor. So take note, ito ay iba pa din. So ang gamitin na lang natin na formula is yung ating N over N minus 1 times MRT1 times P2 over P1 raised to N minus 1 over N minus 1. So same naman yung sinubstitute dito. So we have N, which is 137. M natin is ito. Then R, T1 natin. And then we'll get work of compressor, which is equal to 75.21 kilowatt. Okay, so again, disregard to, we'll use N over N minus 1 raised N over N minus 1 multiplied by MRT1. And then multiply this factor. So for work of the expansion engine naman natin, so we will get 56.20 substituting all the value, and then net work, subtract lang natin 75.21 and 56.2. Then our COP will be 35 divided by 19.01, which is our net work. Then COP natin is 1.84. So take note na kapag isa-substitute na yung ating value ng work ng compressor at expansion engine, disregard ninyo yung sign na makukuha. Kasi ito is negligible na yung sign. Yung sa network natin is kinukuha natin yung work na gagamitin ng buong cycle. Kasi again, kaya may minus natin dito, yung work produced nung ating expansion engine is na-supply na siya doon sa ating compressor. So total work na magagamit ng ating buong system is 19.01 kilowatt. Kaya yung COP natin is 1.84. Is that clear? Okay. Pataas naman ako ng kamay kung clear tayo. Okay. So again, in solving this air refrigeration cycle, we don't need to use table or kaya chart. So what you should use and be reminded of those formulas involving isentropic processes. So wag kakalimutan yan. And then you also have to take note what processes is on that specific component para alam mo ano yung mga formulas na gagamitin mo. Kasi this isentropic process is only applicable for process 1 to 2 and 3 to 4 kasi yun lang yung isentropic part. Same with din naman polytropic yung gagamitin. So you should be familiar on the polytropic process to get each properties. Okay? So, do you have any question regarding our discussion? May tanong ba? Question, clarification?
May tanong po ako.
Okay. Yes, Ken?
Ma'am, yung air cooler po ba, applicable lang po siya sa gantong air cycle na refrigeration system. Kumbaga, pag mag-integrate ka po ng ng air cooler po sa multi-vapor, hindi po siya applicable po.
Multi-vapor?
Yes po, ma'am.
Siguro yung in connection na siya dun sa condenser mismo. Air yung nagpapalamig doon sa condenser. Pero may component na condenser pa din.
Okay po. So, bali applicable pa din po yung air cooler po kahit sa mga multi-vapor po. Pero sa kumbaga, idudugtong.
Hindi. Kasi, pwede. But, you also have to consider na condenser na yun kasi nako-condense niya yung refrigerant.
Okay po.
Kaya siya naging air cooler na kasi hindi siya pwedeng sabihin condenser. Pero both is heat exchanger component. Okay?
Yes po. Salamat.
Ayun. So condenser naman natin, it could be water cooled or air cooled naman. But ang tawag dun sa component is condenser kasi nako-condense niya yung refrigerant natin doon. Ano?
Yes po.
Okay. Is that clear? Okay. Any question? Clarification? Okay. So again, pwede rin siya na air cooler, pero yung pinakatawag nga dun is condenser na, for standard vapor compression cycle. But depende pa din sa component ko anong gagamitin nyo as condenser. So, clear ba? Question, clarification about project. May tanong ba? Okay. Clear naman yung discussion natin? Wala ba kayong naririnig? Or
Clear po, ma'am.
noise ko? Sure ba? Walang naririnig na background noise?
Wala naman po.
Okay. So, ano pa ba? Design project, question, kasi last, na natin to, before kayo mag-submission ng design projects. If ever na meron kayong question, pwede magtanong sa GC natin, no?
Kailan po, ma'am, mismo ang deadline po ng design project po?
Friday.
Okay po, ma'am. Thank you po.
So, yon muna. If wala nang tanong, this is our problem set number 4. This is also due sa Friday. 2 problems on Friday. So, untayin nyo na yung mag-aral kasi meron tayong final exam na lalapit na din. Ilang weeks na lang kasi ngayon is week 15. So, still have 3 weeks to finish the semester. So, I hope maganda yung kalabasan, no? Nasa sa inyo naman yan. Since meron pa tayong final exam, and then design project, which is 30% of your grade, your midterm is, ano ba ang midterm? Ilan bang percent ang midterm? Ilang percent ang midterm at final? Nalimutan ko sa syllabus. Yan, bisitahin nyo na lang syllabus natin. 25, both? So 25 midterm, ayan, thank you, Neng. 25 midterm, 25% final, 30 is for the design project, 20 is for your problem sets. Kaya importante yung problem set. Okay? So, yon. If wala nang tanong, goodbye class and see you again next week. So, be prepared.
Thank you po, ma'am.
Goodbye.